Hello students, in today's topic we will be discussing measurements of pressure. Now many techniques have been developed for the measurement of pressure in vacuum. Instruments used to measure pressure are called pressure gauges or vacuum gauges. A manometer could be referred to a pressure measuring instrument usually limited to measuring pressures near to atmospheric value. The term manometer is often used to refer specifically to the liquid column hydrostatic instruments. A vacuum gauge is used to measure the pressure in a vacuum, which is further divided into two subcategories. One is high and the other one is low, sometimes also known as ultra high vacuums. The applicability of pressure ranges of many of these techniques are used to measure vacuums have an overloop. Absolute gauge and differential pressures with respect to zero reference. Although no pressure is absolute quantity, everyday pressure measurements such as for tire pressures are usually made relative to ambient pressures. In other cases, measurements are made relatively to the vacuum or sometimes to other ad hoc references. Now, when distinguishing between these zero references, there are following terms which can be used. One is absolute pressure, which is referred against the perfect vacuum. So, it is equal to the gauge pressure plus the atmospheric. Gauge pressure is zeroed, referred against the ambient pressure. So, it is equal to the absolute pressure minus the atmospheric pressure, and differential pressure is the difference of pressure between the any two given points. Now, these are the units of pressure, and the units can be interchanged using these noted numerical values. Then we have static and dynamic pressure. Static pressure is which is uniform throughout in all the directions, that is pressure measurement is independent of the direction in an immovable fluid. That is, if the fluid is static, that means the pressure at all given directions will be same. Flow, however, applies additional pressure on the surface perpendicular to the flow while having a little impact on the surface parallel to the flow directions. These directional components of pressure in a moving fluid is called dynamic pressure. An instrument facing the flow direction measures the sum of static as well as dynamic pressures, and this measurement is called total pressure or the stagnation pressure. Since dynamic pressure is referred to the static pressure, it is neither the gauge nor absolute, it is the difference of the pressure, that is the differential pressure. Now, the application of pressures there can be used in altimeters, barometers, map sensors, that is manifold absolute pressure sensors, pitted tubes, and sphygmomanometer. What is hydrostatic? Hydrostatic gauges such as mercury column manometers compare pressure to the hydrostatic force acting per unit area at the base of the column. Hydrostatic gauges measures are independent of the type of the gas being measured and can be designated to be having a linear calibration. They have very poor dynamic pressure estimation. Liquid columns. Liquid column gauges consist of vertical columns of liquid in a tube whose ends are exposed to different pressures. The column will rise or fall until the weight is in its equilibrium with pressure differentials between the two ends of the tube. A very simple version of U-tube half filled liquid, one side which is connected to a region of interest with reference to the pressure is applied to the pressure. The difference in the liquid column represents the applied pressure. Like for example, we have a fluid of height h, density rho. Under a given static pressure will be P equal to H rho g. Now, when the pressure difference is created with the pressure applied PA with the reference to P naught, then there will be a difference, and that difference can be calculated as delta P equal to H rho g. McLeod gauge, it is another instrument which can be used to measure the pressure. It isolates a sample pressure, compress it to the modified mercury manometer until the pressure of given in it is basically used to measure the pressure of which is having a very few mm of Hg. The gas must be well behaved during its compression. The technique is slow, unsuited to continuous monitor, and is capable for good accuracy. Normally, the range of measurement of pressure in this is from 10 raised to power minus 2 Pascal to 0.1 megapascal. Other vacuum gauges can measure low pressure, but only indirect measurement of other pressure control units. Then we have another instrument, that is Bourdon membrane type manometer. It's used the principle that flattened tube tends to change to more circular cross sectional when pressurized. Although this change in cross section may be hard to notice, thus involving moderate stresses with elastic range of easily workable materials. The strain on the material of the tube is magnified by forming the tube into a C shape or even helical. Hence, the entire tube tends to straighten up when subject to condition of elasticity as it is being pressurized. That's the working of the Borden membrane type manometer. Then we have certain electronic pressure sensors. These are piezoresistive strain gauges. They're basically effective of bonded and formal strain gauges to detect strain due to applied pressure. Capacitive diaphragm types pressure cavities to create variable capacitor to detect the strain during a pressure applied. Then we have magnetic type sensors, measure the displacement of diaphragm by means of changing the inductance, Hall effect and eddy current principle. Piezoelectric uses piezoelectric effect in certain materials such as quartz to measure the strain upon sensing the mechanism due to pressure. Then we have the optical type, uses the physical change of optical fiber to detect the strain due to pressure applied. Potentiometric uses the motion of a viper along the resistive mechanism to detect the strain caused by the applied pressure. And then we have resonant type pressure sensors, uses the change in resonance frequency in sensing the mechanism to measure strain or change in gas density caused by applied pressures. So, these are certain electronic pressure sensors which are used to detect pressure of a very small in a very small mm of Hg. So, that's it with the measurement of pressures. Thank you.